a cult film, a Norse god, and an exclusive club for pirates only. I'm Rebecca Leib.
I'm Jason Horton.
It's Friday the 13th, and this is Ghost Town.
A special episode already? Who do we think we are?
Oh, God, who are we?
Yeah. We're not cool
bad.
enough. We're not cool enough.
So bad.
We didn't put our time in.
This is like a pint of ice cream that you know you can't put into your MyFitnessPal.
No.
You're like, save it. Save that fish food.
Do you lie to your MyFitnessPal? Do you lie to your app?
I haven't logged in many weeks.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't know where I am or what I'm doing.
Oh,
and it doesn't need to know.
All right. Well,
I'm still losing weight.
Okay.
I'm still losing weight.
Okay.
Lower your voice.
Okay.
Shut.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Listen, it's a special episode. Today is Wednesday, but in 2 days it's going to be Friday the 13th. And we're like, why not do a special episode?
Why not?
Wait?
Why not? We're about this shit.
Yeah.
This is on brand. We're gonna do All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, we're
gonna do
cheap stunts.
Grandmother's Day.
Like any cheap stunts, we're not like above that.
No, we're gonna do Krampus.
I'll just throw a Friday the 13th fact out there. I got married on a Friday the 13th on purpose. Yeah.
Holy shit! This is your episode.
Where's
Michelle?
This is it. What
she should?
No, she's got friends. See, after we got married, she had friends.
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't have any friends.
Well, I'm house sitting a dog.
So
here we are. So it's a fucking heat wave.
I don't know if it's good for me or bad for her, but yeah, it's we got married on Friday the 13th on purpose, and so I think we're going to talk a little bit about Friday the 13th as far as the movie, and then I think you're going to get into Friday the 13th, its origins. Is that how we're going to do this?
The origins beyond the movie, I think. But also, so wait, do you celebrate Friday the 13th as your anniversary? Or do you
not
just
every
the 13th?
single one, because there's probably a couple
Tuesday
a year, right?
Tuesday the 13th.
Yeah.
There's Sunday the 13th.
Yeah, no, just because it's the 13th. I guess it'd be the year, and then if there's a Friday the 13th, no, we'll just forget about it and watch Netflix or something like that.
Romantic.
Yeah.
God, love is real.
Yeah. Well, here's something that I don't know if we're going to romanticize it. So, the Friday the 13th, the movie, Camp Crystal Lake. It's set in Illinois, I think, but it is the actually filming was in New Jersey, my home state.
Hey, your home state.
Yeah, at a Boy Scout camp. It's like Camp Knee Ho He Ho. I forget the name of it. It's
that's gonna be.
But it is the name. It's like Camp Knee Ho He Ho He. You look it up.
Okay.
Look up where the original.
You look it up.
But
not you.
The filming took place in New Jersey, but its origins, where maybe it was inspired, comes from a real deadly, dangerous lake/campground. So that would be Bodom Lake in Finland. Another side note: there's a group. I'm so old. Called the Children of Bodom, or just Children of Bodom, which is a extreme. It's kind of like on the thrash death metal.
I won't answer that.
What? Don't answer. It's not important.
Oh.
Is it? Is it a dude?
No. No.
Okay. They know you're podcasting.
Yeah,
they want in.
Know.
They want in on this podcast.
They want
free
in the
plug.
money. They want that money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm independent.
Yeah,
you have
just
to
totally
work for
independent.
it.
Unless you give us, we'll do anything for a gift card.
Exactly, for any type of gift card.
Yeah.
Even like that low increment, like $2.
We'll take it.
Like Walgreens.
We'll take your change and bring it to a Coinstar.
That's right.
You think we
Don't
won't?
give me any linter buttons.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, unless they're like enchanted.
Enchanted.
But there's the Bodom Lake murders that happened in 1960. Now, Finland is a place we think like traditionally, like in the Icelandic regions, there's a lot of low crime in general, right? As far as, but there's also always some random crazy stuff, like in the black metal scene, there's church burnings and murders and stuff like that. So there's your share of like darkness. But in Finland, it's and I did as much research as I could, and most people, because it's from 1960. And some of the information is in Finnish, I guess. There's not like a ton of information. It really all culminates on Wikipedia, which is like not the place. I like to go to a bunch of different places, but even people on Reddit were like, there's not a ton of information. There was people from Finland on there, beside the fact that it was Finland's it's an unsolved murder.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to solve it today.
We might.
Well, no, we won't.
I
know we won't.
Well,
we barely got this microphone working. We're not going to solve it.
Wow.
But in June 5th, 1960, at Bodom Lake. 15-year-old females, I'm not going to get these names right, but they're very cool names. Mila Ermel Bjorklund and Anja Tuiki Maki, and 18-year-old male Seppo Antero Bozeman were killed while sleeping inside a tent by stabbing and blunt force trauma to the heads. There was a fourth person, 18-year-old Niels Willem Gustafson, found outside the tent badly injured. Whoever did it was never identified. There was there's a bunch of people they suspected for various reasons. One of them being the person who was left alive.
Yeah, well, that's always the case, I think.
Because you turned me on to Lululemon murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I heard that from My Favorite Murder.
Yeah, love them.
They don't need our help, but shout out to them. But I guess he was in 2004. He was taken in, but they eventually let him go, and it's never been solved. And sometime between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. EET must be very Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Eastern. All three of them were stabbed and bludgeoned by an unknown assailant, maybe like a rock or some blunt force. And that last guy, Niles, was the last person. He got a concussion, fractures to the jaw. And then at 6 a.m., a number of boys bird watching some distance away reportedly saw the tent collapse and a blonde man walking away from the murder scene. The bodies of the victims were discovered about 11 a.m. by a carpenter named Ritso Siren. Upon his discovery of the bodies, he subsequently alerted the police, who arrived at the scene around noon. Now that's supposedly
a pretty slow
turnaround. Well, it's 1960.
That's true.
Wi-Fi was terrible.
Yeah, I hear it was not good.
MyFitnessPal wasn't even around yet.
Shut your mouth.
It wasn't even around yet.
Do not.
So that kind of, I think, was supposedly part of the inspiration of Camp Crystal Lake, the first Friday the 13th. That from there, there are many other, beside the ones Jason Takes Manhattan or Jason in Space or whatever.
Yeah.
That's where, and
Muppets
you actually,
Jason.
That's the camp actually just recently was open for
adults to pay to go there.
Yes, and camp there. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, there was. I think it affected. There's so many people interested. There was a lottery for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No, I'm terrified. I won't even go to like a haunted. I won't watch Ghostbusters 2. Okay, too terrifying. That's a lot of ghouls and stuff like that, apparitions.
Wow, we are so different in that way.
Yeah. So.
Such a masochist.
So yeah, I won't. I'm terrified of like haunted houses and stuff like that. But you can go. You can go there. It's a boy. The fact that it's a Boy Scout camp is actually kind of scary to me. Yeah. Why is that's creepy to me?
Like large groups of young boys?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Boy Scouts are... I was
coming over the mountain?
I was in the Cub Scouts briefly, and it didn't help me at all. No.
I like going on dates off of apps, and a guy will proudly say that he is a Boy Scout.
Or an Eagle Scout.
Or an Eagle. Eagle. It's the Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm an Eagle Scout for life. And it's like a very... Because I know you work really hard, but also like adult males talking about like kid shit is always just like Disney.
It's a sense of accomplishment. What are you gonna do?
I know, but I don't talk about my bat mitzvah. I'm like, I am a woman in the Jewish community because I read this Torah portion.
Yeah, portion.
You want fuck?
Yeah. You wanna? Well, you wear what you wore for Eagle Scouts, and you wear what you wore for your bat mitzvah.
I wear a powder. Actually, I'm gonna send you this picture because it's hideous.
Yeah.
A powder blue. A suit with white piping.
Okay.
I will, and actually a lot of.
Was this in Michigan or
Milwaukee?
Yeah. Was it like a cigarette factory? I feel like it's at a cigarette factory.
No,
I feel like you lived in a cigarette factory.
No, I live in a very Jewish suburb. I have a picture of me with behind me like a tableau of all of my creepy uncles.
Okay.
There's just a picture of me and my uncles. I'll send it to you. We'll put it on the.
I had creepy uncles in New Jersey. You know what I mean? I had creepy relatives. I had creepy. They were interesting.
Yeah,
but I think at that time, everyone looks creepy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, at the time, especially like
it was in vogue to look
and like
creepy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
It's come back around.
I think it has come back around. I accept it and appreciate it.
Yeah. But Friday the 13th, the origin of the date goes back even way further, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to pick up the pace. So we all think about the movie, which is really interesting. And that murder is also like very interesting. Also, the girls were like 15 and the guys were 18. That would be illegal in the States.
Yeah.
A little added layer of possible
saying God punished
oppression.
them, Are you getting all like uppity on it?
I'm getting uppity.
Yeah.
Just an uppity woman.
But that's how
talking
they
about murders.
Like, but in those
right.
movies, it would be that, right? Like in these kind of like slasher camp horror.
Definitely. And I haven't seen Friday the 13th in a long time.
Yeah.
But that's all. Anyway, let's talk about the history of it. Credit for popularizing the Friday the 13th myth often goes to Captain William Fowler, a soldier who hung out with former presidents and other high-profile people in the late 1800s. He was obsessed with the number 13. He noticed the number 13 was woven throughout his life. He went to public school number 13 in New York City, for example. He fought 13 Civil War battles. So he decided that, like, the popular superstition 13 was kind of his thing, and that's kind of credited in his obituary. He also started a secret society called the 13 Club, which sounds like a 13-year-old started it, but he was an adult. It held its first meeting on September 13th, 1881. Guests walked under crossed ladders to a 13-seat meeting at a table festooned with spilled salt, and they were, 13 seats. And he, like, had that club till he died. So, again, it sounds very like 13-year-old secret society, like spices in little bags, spells, dream sticks, double sticks. Is that...
Well, salt you throw over your shoulder, right? There's
yeah.
With that. Yeah.
So he, like, kind of took it to the next level. Another account, though, by the New York Historical Society said that the meeting was on January 13th, which is not a Friday. So... we'll see.
He was really making that work.
He was really pushing. He wasn't light-handed with all of the fucking shit.
Yeah.
He was really trying to do that up. I'm sure he has more sex than I do. Though.
Currently?
Yeah, currently and back then.
Oh, okay.
Whenever. But also the idea of the 13... Okay, so it might go back to a Norse myth told out of a dinner party of 12 gods where a 13th guest showed up uninvited. The gate crasher was the trickster god Loki, which everyone knows is like this god of like joy, like kind of like fun and like mischief and like trickery, right? And he like fucks everyone up. But also the Christian Last Supper, Judas was the 13th guest at that. So like, again, kind of sinister Judeo-Christian reference as well. Also unlucky because in Cobham Brewer's 1898 Dictionary of a Phrase and Fable, there was a day that Jesus was crucified was perhaps Friday the 13th. And Adam and Eve maybe ate the forbidden fruit on a Friday. So, like, Friday also has that weird, is it this pagan thing? Let's co-opt it. Let's kind of make it, like, a holy day, especially in Jewish tradition.
Do you think she entered that in her MyFitnessPal app or no, that Apple?
That Apple?
Yeah, she's like, nah.
60 cows. Nah. I'm going to just...
And it's the only thing in the MyFitnessPal app at the time.
Uh-huh. That's right. It was just that and leaves. Yeah. That's right.
Which is 0 cows.
0 cows. Yeah. Well, you burn those off really quickly. Yeah. But it's not like celery. Celery is like even quicker than that.
Yeah, it's like negative calories.
So, exactly. Yeah. She was like, meh. Okay, so one last thing. In 1907, author Thomas William Lawson put together the notion of Unlucky Friday and Unlucky 13 with the novel Friday the 13th. An adaptation was the movie. Just kidding. Not at all.
Yeah.
They're actually very different. A tale of an unscrupulous broker taking advantage of superstition to game the stock market on that date. Described as Wall Street Hoodoo Day, Lawson may not have invented the idea of the unlucky day, but he probably spread the notion at that point in time. Until the movie, which spread it even further.
And now it's...
everywhere.
Yeah,
now what are you doing on Friday the 13th? Are you doing anything fun?
I'll probably listen to this podcast for a 400th time. So get some listens.
So nothing fun.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything fun?
Why, do you do stuff on...
No, I think I always, like, want to, but I never... Like, maybe I'll go to a fucking, like, Beetle House or, like, some dumb bar that's spooky. What's a spooky... Maybe I'll go to a haunted bar.
Yeah.
And have a drink there?
Yeah.
God, this sounds lame.
Yeah.
What? If you have suggestions, email us for, like, cool shit to do, because we have 2 days.
ghosttownpod@gmail.com. If you ever want to email us for any suggestions or you have any thoughts or anything.
Or just like a, hey, how are you? I'm fine.
Yeah, how are you?
God.
Yeah. Check in.
Just every once in a fucking while.
Yeah. What are you with, Karen?
What is she? What? Oh, she's busy with her friends? Yeah. I see.
Yeah,
she's having a baby?
Yeah.
Fine.
She's always having a baby. But you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, ghosttownpod. You know, we'll put up some pics.
We're gonna put up some
Pics of this, so you can get some context. Maybe some pics of us, because we might be doing some. We might be going on doing some exploring, aren't we?
That's true.
Yeah, and then,
I'm sure I look my best right now too.
oh yeah,
I
it's
am
gonna be great.
Dripping.
How
with
many
sweat.
filters are we gonna need?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them, and just take the photo out and put more on top of that.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do some audio recordings of when we go exploring, and we'll release that maybe in some weird way, a special extra bonus. Who knows how or when, but look out for that.
Yeah, and if you pay us, you're gonna get all of this. If you don't pay us, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna
get all this.
Either way, you lose.
Sorry.
It's like a backwards extortion.
We're very good at what we do.
So I guess happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah, happy.
It's also my wedding anniversary.